Welcome to our channel. Today, we're covering a highly controversial story on the international stage. Human Rights Watch has released a report accusing Israel of conducting mass displacements in Gaza, which, according to the organization, could amount to war crimes and crimes against humanity. Human Rights Watch, or HRW, claims that the forced displacement of Palestinians in Gaza is part of a deliberate and systematic strategy by Israel, which includes demolishing homes and other civilian infrastructure. According to the report, these displacements appear to be aimed at creating security zones that may leave Palestinians unable to return to their homes. Nadia Hardman, a researcher at HRW on refugee and migrant rights, stated, "The Israeli government cannot claim to be protecting Palestinians while exposing them to risks along escape routes, bombing areas marked as safe, and cutting off food and water supplies." Hardman added that Israeli actions have resulted in vast destruction in Gaza, virtually eliminating any possibility of return for the displaced. In response, the Israeli armed forces said they operate in accordance with international law, stating that evacuation orders are issued with the aim of protecting civilians. They also denied having any doctrine focused on intentionally damaging civilian infrastructure without military necessity, and assured that any reports of rights violations are reviewed internally. Human Rights Watch detailed that, over the past 13 months, the destruction in Gaza has displaced nearly 1.9 million Palestinians, representing over 90% of the population in the area. In a previous report, the UN accused Israel of a deliberate policy targeting Gaza's healthcare system, which they also labeled a war crime. Meanwhile, Israel's foreign ministry dismissed these accusations as outrageous, calling them an attempt to delegitimize Israel's right to defend itself. Along these lines, Israel's Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, has said that Israel has no intention of permanently occupying Gaza or displacing its civilian population. However, some Israeli officials have expressed different views. National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir has openly advocated for promoting the emigration of Gaza residents, while Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich stated that Israel must govern Gaza and ensure a civil presence in the area. Despite Human Rights Watch's accusations, the U.S. Department of State recently declared that Israel has not violated U.S. law in handling Gaza's humanitarian situation, although aid organizations have described conditions as critical and even apocalyptic in certain areas. According to Gaza's Ministry of Health, the number of casualties continues to rise, with over 43,000 Palestinians killed and more than 102,000 injured since the conflict began. Human Rights Watch warns that the situation could worsen, estimating that thousands more civilians could be displaced if Israeli operations in northern Gaza continue. The Human Rights Watch report concludes with a call for the international community to halt arms sales to Israel and consider sanctions to pressure the government to protect civilians. The group also urges the International Criminal Court to investigate the alleged forced displacement of Palestinians as a crime against humanity. Before we wrap up the video, I want to remind you that if you're interested in this type of content and want to stay informed on important news, please subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for watching and see you next time.